Hey there, Michael Griffiths here, founder of Referral Marketing Guru. Hope you're doing amazing, having an amazing weekend. If you're here in sort of New South Wales, Queensland, it's a long weekend, so hopefully you're enjoying some time. Otherwise, hey, let's get into some things I want to talk about and what we want to be able to go through today. So I'm sure at some stage, and it came up this morning to me. I was sort of walking through the shops, and here was this guy, owner of the beauty spa salon, and he's standing at the front with his little samples, and it's like, here you go, and here you go, and here you go, and it's like, yeah, do you think I'm coming into the spa? But the thing is, it's all about a numbers game. It's all about trying to hand out as much as you possibly can, hoping to be able to bring someone back in. So there's lots of people who do this. Like there's people who do this in the gym industry who walk around going 7 day pass, 7 day pass, 7 day pass, trying to bring people in. So the thing is, we're chasing. And it's like no different people who go to networking events and go, here's my business card, here's my business card, here's my business card, here's my business card, hoping that someone might actually be interested. It's like people who go post on social media in groups. There's another group. There's another group. If I put this same thing in 15 different groups, hopefully someone might be able to find it. See, the thing is, what we're actually doing by chasing is we're trying to find the needle in a haystack. Needle in a haystack is obviously pretty hard to be able to find. So therefore, how about we change that around? That's what I want to talk about. That's what I want to be able to go through with you now. So if you're watching this as a replay on any of our Facebook platforms, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on YouTube, hey, leave me a comment below where you're listening in from. Let's be interactive here. And if you're watching this as a replay, hey, join in as if you're watching it live with me. Where you're listening in from and what sort of business do you have? Love to be able to see who's on with us right now. So let's look at, well, what do you need to do to go from being someone who's chasing to being positioned where people come to you? And there's a thing that you've got to make sure takes place the whole time. So I want to be able to get in and I want to be able to do that with us right now. Other thing to always know, if you're not part of our $1 Million Referral free Facebook group, the $1 Million Referral Network. The link is just going along the screen below. Make sure you come over and you join us in that Facebook group. We run a live training exclusive just for that group every single week where we go into actual tactics and strategies for you to be able to use to be able to get 100 new clients in the next 12 months without spending a cent on paid ads. That's what that group's all about, to be able to help people be able to do that. So click on the link, go to the link in the scrolling across the bar and make sure you jump on and you join us. So let's look at what do we actually need to do to go from being a chaser to being someone who's positioned and attracting. Let's jump over to the workbench and let's have a bit of a look at this. So to me, the first thing that needs to take place is that we need to understand that if you're just using channels and saying that that's marketing, so if you're just putting money on SEO or Facebook ads or turning up to networking events or radio or TV or sponsoring things or Google pay-per-click, like they're all just a channel. Well, your channel doesn't build your marketing system. That's as simple as that. If you're throwing money at a channel, I can just about guarantee you're wasting that money. And it's simply because you don't have the key 4 pillars being thought about right now. So let's have a look at those 4 key pillars. So the first pillar that we actually have to really focus in on is what we call foundations. Because if you tell me right now that you're spending money, whether that be in currency or whether that be in time or effort, trying to get people to see your business, but you don't have foundations in place, like there isn't a stepping stone pathway for your people once they're actually interested in what it is that you do to follow, then it's a waste of time. And for a lot of people, they don't have that. It's like, let me get seen, and then it's, I hope they email me, I hope they phone me, I hope they, like, you don't know where you're going to lead them. And that's what you've got to change. In the foundations, it's like, where are you going to lead them when they first see you all the way through to being a client? So the first thing we've got to do is have foundations in place. before you spend a cent anywhere, you've got to have foundations in place. And it's why so many people will end up then going, well, that didn't work. Yeah, the thin didn't work because the thin is just like Facebook ads is just a thin. Google pay-per-click is just a thin. Instagram ads, just a thin. The thin will never work by itself. It needs foundations around it. Then the next thing that we need is we need a way to be able to attract. So again, there's two options. There's chase and try to find the needle in the haystack, the people who might want to buy from you this very minute. And like that is less than 1% of people, and that's why we call it a needle in a haystack. Or you can start attracting people who have the pain point that you solve and might be looking for a solution. They might not be ready for the solution this very second, but they might be ready for the solution in a week, in a month, in a year. But if you're not finding ways to be able to attract, then you're not creating this pool of people. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that we end up making, is that we think business is about creating sales right now. Well, yes, but if all you have is going after people who are ready to buy from you right now, you're going to be out of business because that is too tough. See, business is about creating sales, but it's about every day you creating a pool of people to be able to sell to. And that's what this attract is all about. It's all about what ways are you using that ensures that you're bringing people into your pool. So to me, we sort of go that when you've got your foundations right and when you have strategies, tactics to be able to attract, what you end up with here is warm, qualified leads. See, if you've only got one of those two things, you're probably not getting a consistent flow of warm, qualified leads every day, every week. And then that makes everything else so much harder within your business. Just a quick reminder, if you're not part of our $1 Million Referral Network free Facebook group, the link is going across the screen below. Make sure you go and check it out as we run great trainings in there every week, just exclusive to our $1 Million Referral Network group. So make sure you find it and you come and join us on there also. So after attract, we then have the next thing, like we're now getting this pool of warm, qualified people. So the next thing we've got to be able to do is educate them. And that's why when we look at our key things, it's all around attract, educate, ask. There are key pillars. So what does educate do? Well, educate is all about how you then warm prospects up. Because if you don't warm prospects up, how are they going to buy from you? How do they know that you have the solution to their problems? How do they resonate with you? How are they now starting to go, this person could really help me? They can't. And again, it's why it's so important to ensure that once we get this pool, we then start doing things with these people. All right. In our 112 guide, which you can grab at sort of www.112.com, we talk about how you need to turn people from being a red prospect to a yellow prospect to a green prospect. It's not up to your prospects to do that. Most people just go, well, if I find someone, they'll come buy from me. How's that working out for you? Because we know that they just don't come buy from you. So you can start to see when we go all the way back to, hey, are you looking for the needle in the haystack and chasing? Are you like the person who's at the front of their spa and beauty salon trying to hand out samples, hoping that somebody might stop? 99 people just walk straight past and don't even acknowledge them. And one person might take it to then do nothing with it. Are you that type of person in your business, looking for the needle in the haystack? Or Are you finding people who have the pain point and then attracting them, educating them to be able to warm them up? And then from being able to educate them, we now have the ability to be able to ask. But before we get into ask, when you attract and when you educate, what you do is that you build trust fast. So what we make sure that we've got in place in our implementation program, guys, in our partnership club, guys, is that we need different strategies in place. So we've got different tactics that attract. Now we need different strategies to warm them up fast. And then we can now come over to the last pillar, which is all about how do we ask? See, a lot of people, they just simply go, do you need my service? Do you need my product? Do you need my thing? Come buy this. We've got this sale on. It's just constant barrage of come buy, come buy, come buy. And the thing is, you're scaring people away because the red people, they can't buy. The yellow people, they're not ready to buy. Only the green people are ready to buy. So what you've got to do in ask is that you've got to get green people who are ready to start raising their hands. And when you start doing that, when you educate and you ask, what you end up with is sales calls daily. So when you look at this right now, up here we've got warm qualified leads taking place every single day by having the foundations and knowing how to attract. When we know how to attract and we educate, we can build trust fast with them. Then once we start educating and asking, that gives us sales calls booked in daily. So what's the end result that we want? Pretty simple, and that's what happens over here. New clients consistently. So a simple question before we wrap this up. And a simple question just simply is, are you right now the person who's putting up so much time, effort, spending money, trying to find the needle in the haystack, trying to chase, versus actually being the person who's working a bit smarter because you've got the right foundations, you've got tactics to attract, you've got ways to educate to warm them up fast, you've got systems that allow you to be able to ask, and now making sales every day is so much simpler. Hey, hopefully it's been super helpful. Thank you for jumping in, whether you're watching this as a replay, whether you're with me, Laura, whether you're with me right now live. Hey, throw me a comment below. What was your biggest insight? What did you take away from this? Let me know what you can now start going and doing and working on yourself in your business. Again, if you're not part of our $1 Million Referral Network free Facebook group, then the link is going across the screen right now. Make sure you go and find that group as we run extensive exclusive trainings in there just to the people in that group. It's a free group. Come and join us, and I look forward to seeing you real soon. Take care, everyone, and have an amazing week. See you all later. Take